Hello and welcome to the McTaggart Attack podcast. I'm Kevin McTaggart. I'm not sure you could hear me because the music was too loud. I pressed the wrong fucking button. I'm Kevin McTaggart though, as I've said a third time now. And this is the McTaggart Attack podcast. I'm a stand-up comedian who lives in Vermont. And this podcast is my way of giving my thoughts on a various amount of topics. My last episode, for example, was my thoughts on Men in Black International. I've done other topics on potholes in the Upper Valley. I've done other stuff. Various bunch of topics. Go check it out. You can find the McTaggart Attack podcast in most places where you listen to podcasts. Why am I telling you that you can find it when you're already listening to it right now? I'm an idiot, basically. Why that is. But yes, my podcast is my way of giving my thoughts about things or just talking about stuff that's on my mind. For instance, this episode is going to be about me explaining why I've canceled my WWE Network subscription. I'm a huge WWE fan. I love professional wrestling. I've been mostly the WWE. WCW back in the day, sure, I like that too. The main ones. I've never been an indie wrestling fan. But yeah, I've been a WWE fan my entire life. And I got the network when it started back in 2015. And today, Sunday, June 23rd, 2019, as I'm recording this, I canceled my subscription. I haven't watched any pay-per-views recently. I mean, I watched WrestleMania at my friend G.W. Foley's house, so I didn't use my network then. And then, I think the series finale, the Game of Thrones, was going on at the same time as Money in the Bank. So I certainly didn't watch it then. Then there was a Saudi Arabia pay-per-view on a Friday afternoon, and I didn't watch it. Could have watched it afterwards, but I don't binge watch. I don't binge watch on like Netflix or Hulu or anything like that. I don't have time for that. I don't feel right taking the time to do that. You know, just sitting down and watching a TV show for hours on end, streaming it, you know. I'll watch them if they're on like the regular network television channels, you know, but I don't take the time to binge watch on the streaming sites, you know, or whatever the fuck Netflix or Hulu are called. I don't do that. And I'm not ashamed at all that I don't know that I suck at binge watching. I was worrying that I sucked so bad at binge watching, that I was behind on all of these shows. But then I realized it's perfectly fine to suck at binge watching. So yeah, I don't even have, I barely watch the WWE Network. All the great stuff that it has to offer. All the old classic material that they have. I've barely watched it the past couple years. So there's no point to me even having it anymore. And I'm just, I've complained about the current product a lot in this podcast, I think. And that's a major factor. Like, there's no one on the roster that I care about. You know, I don't have a current active wrestler as my favorite wrestler. So, why should I care? Like, I could get invested in some NXT superstars, but again, I don't binge watch, so I don't know who any of them are until they get to the main roster. And then when they do, they're poorly utilized anyway. It's like, I used to be excited when I saw NXT people show up on the main roster, but within the past year to 6 months or so, I've just been like dreading seeing them because I realize, how are they going to ruin this? I had put something like that on Twitter, like, you know, I used to exactly that. Like, how are they going to ruin this for us? You know, how are they going to ruin this wrestler? You know, how will they screw this up? Has basically been my thought when I see an NXT wrestler called up now. Just sort of dread it. You know, it's just, I just don't care about the product. I don't care about the product. And it's like, and AEW is coming up. And that's the first, I watched All In. Is that what it's called? Yeah. And I thought it was great. And I talked about that on a previous podcast episode. I thought that was a great pay-per-view. Had a lot of great matches. I enjoyed how they did it. I look forward to see what they do in the future, but I don't want to watch the wrestling pay-per-views anymore. I don't feel that interested. And even when I do watch the wrestling pay-per-views, I fall asleep in the later matches and miss them all anyway. And then, like I said, I suck at binge watching, so I don't take the time to watch them again later. I don't care. Like, my time to watch wrestling is on Monday nights from 8 to 11. Or maybe Tuesday nights. But that's it. I'm just sick and tired of wasting money and not using the network enough for me to care. And another part of it too is money. Well, not money for me, but like a few weeks ago, or the Monday after the AEW pay-per-view, you know, there was like an AEW chant at Raw. And it got me to thinking, like, the fans chanting for AEW at a WWE show is so stupid. It's dawned on me how stupid that is, to chant stuff like that. To basically chant about how dismayed they are with the WWE product. But what these people don't realize is, they've bought tickets to this event. They buy tickets to WWE events. They buy the shirts. They buy the merchandise. They have subscriptions to the network. They're doing all this. They're putting all this money into the WWE. They're giving the WWE their money. And they're in an arena where they've already bought a ticket and they're chanting like AEW or CM Punk or other stuff against the WWE. They do not give a damn that you're chanting this at their shows. Why? Because you bought a ticket to their shows. You're giving them money. They already have your money. And you're chanting about how dismayed you are with the product? You're fucking doing it wrong. How you do it is you stop paying for their product. You stop going to live events. You stop buying merchandise. You stop your subscription of the network. And I did that today. And it feels good. I don't regret it. Because, like, any pay-per-view recaps, I'm just going to read what happens the next day anyway. So it's like, I don't care. I don't care. If there's anything I really need to see, I can go to a friend's house or something, really. But honestly, I'm not as interested in WWE as much as I used to be. And I'm done for now. Will I get the WWE Network again? Probably. I probably will. At some point. I don't know how. Or, I don't know why. Hopefully, it's something that makes me want to like the product again. What is it that will make me like the product again? I don't know. I just know I don't like what I see now. And I haven't really liked their product in a long time. In the Attitude Era, I really did. That was probably my favorite time of the WWE. And maybe when I was a kid with Hulk Hogan. But other than that, I'm just not that interested in any current characters. Mostly because I'm afraid that they're not going to utilize them the way that they should be used. Like, I liked Cesaro, and he's nothing now. And there are other wrestlers who I think are good wrestlers. And I worry that they're not going to get utilized. Or I worry that they're going to say something that's going to get them kicked off TV. You know? It's like, it's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. I'm just tired of watching it every week and being afraid of what they're going to do, or anticipating them disappointing me. You know? It's just frustrating. Like, I fully expect in the next couple months that Brock Lesnar will be the Universal Champion again, and Shane McMahon will be the WWE Champion. You know? And they just focus on these non-wrestler, non-active wrestler types to be the big stars of their company. When they have 100 wrestlers on their damn roster, and they can't do anything with them, they can't boost them up, they can't try to help them, they can't try to improve them, but why the fuck should they have to try to fucking improve their product at all? It doesn't really fucking matter if their product sucks. They don't care about the ratings. They just care about the money. And once they stop making money, then they'll make some changes. But for right now, as long as they've got everyone's cash, they don't give a fuck what the fans think. They don't give a damn about the WWE Universe. They don't care what the fans think. They care how their money's doing. That's the focus of all of their decisions. How are they making money off of this? That's what everybody should think, is how they make money off of this. I'm going to do an episode later this week, I think, about money. But it's just so stupid. If you really want to send a message to the WWE about how dissatisfied you are with their product, stop buying shit from them. Stop buying tickets. Stop buying merchandise. Unsubscribe from the network. Like I did today. That's how you send a message. No other way. Going into an arena and chanting AEW or CM Punk or this show sucks or you can't wrestle does absolutely nothing to them. They don't fucking care. Stop watching. Stop buying their shit if you really want to send a fucking message. I think I think I gave all of my opinions on this that I wanted to give. Anyway, if you want to contact me, if you have your thoughts on this, you can find me on Twitter at KevMcT. That's KEVMCT. Or it's the first 3 letters of my first name and the first 3 letters of my last name if you're really that fucking stupid and don't know how to spell Kev McT. There's the Facebook page for the McTaggart Attack podcast where you can reach me. And then there's also the email address, which is McTaggartAttack@gmail.com. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the McTaggart Attack podcast. Thank you so much for downloading it and listening to it. I truly appreciate and very thankful for all of the downloads that I get, especially the past couple months. The past couple months have skyrocketed in downloads, and it's going to keep going like that. And thank you so much for downloading it. That's the bottom line. If you smell what the McTaggart Attack podcast is cooking.